All right, what's going on? Welcome to the video today, which is gonna be a little bit different than what I normally do. Today, I really wanted to talk about Mortal Kombat 1 and what's been going on with the game, like the negative press and the negative feedback, and just the overall negative energy of the game. Like it's not looking good. And at the time of me recording this, Tekken just dropped just this past night. Today's the 26th, so it's bad because Tekken 8, man, it looks good. It looks good, I'm not gonna lie. So I want to run through this video. I really just had no plan going into the video. I kind of just turned the camera on and just started recording, and I just want to get my thoughts off, whatever. I want to talk about the hype of the game, going into it, the trailers, and basically the overall excitement for the game. I want to talk about the gameplay itself. I want to talk about cameos, microtransactions, and I believe I'm going to talk about where the game's going. So there's a few categories that I want to go through, and hopefully I don't forget to hit all of them because it's going to be bad. One thing I want to say is make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Please leave a like, please leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of how I feel. 92% of you guys are subscribed, so please subscribe because I do upload Mortal Kombat content. Hopefully I'll be uploading Tekken if my fucking Streamlabs will work. Yeah, I've been having issues. If you guys have not been on my socials, make sure you follow all my socials. Link in the description, my Discord, my Instagram mainly for everything. Because at the time of you seeing this, I may have went live, I may not have, but on my story you're probably gonna see everything I've went through to try and get my stream running, so I appreciate if you guys go over there. First thing I want to talk about is the overall hype of the game coming in. Mortal Kombat 1, or Mortal Kombat in general, always does a great job hyping up their games with their trailers and stuff, but I feel like Mortal Kombat 1, at least from MKX, was probably the next most hyped. MK11 was pretty hyped, but I just feel like something different about Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 1 looked insane to me. This game was coming right after Street Fighter, which actually did very well. But out of the big three, Mortal Kombat is the most popular of the big three, I believe, between Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Tekken. The bar is pretty high for Mortal Kombat. And deservedly so. When the game came out, it was missing so many features. It was missing a lot of online settings, just normal, it was just, I can't remember all the things that were missing in Mortal Kombat 1, like the practice mode not training, the practice things not being complete. I believe characters had bugs. It was just a lot going on, which wasn't that big of a deal, but it was like, man, you couldn't do crossplay off rip in 2023. That is insane to me. How do you not have crossplay in 2023, like off rip? I don't even understand how you release as a game right now and you are not cross-platform. That is like, there's no excuse for that. It was really bad. You couldn't make rooms with people. The King of the Hill lobbies, you didn't have certain settings. There was a lot of bugs with like maps and stuff like that, stuff that I think should have been addressed in the beta, but it wasn't. And it just wasn't a good look. And then probably the thing I want to talk to about the most damning thing that I think is affecting Mortal Kombat is the gameplay. And I say this not in a negative way. The gameplay to me is very, very good. Now, I'm a casual Mortal Kombat player. I think I'm decent. I think I'm pretty good at the game, but I'm still a casual. When I first got into the game and I tried the Cameo system, to me, now this may be a skill issue or it may have been an issue with developing, but the cameos to me were very lackluster. So I'm actually gonna go and show these cameos real quick. Okay, so real quick, I just wanna look at these cameos and I wanna talk about the ones that off rip. Okay, of course we don't have Tremor and Chameleon, which is fine. But when you look at the way cameos were implemented into the game, the only cameos that were really viable for people that are considered new players, and we learned that from the beta, was Sonya, Frost, who else was easy to use? Serena was basically the first few days to weeks of the game was nothing but anybody with Serena and everybody just doing loop combos. You rarely see Shujinko. You've seen a lot of Sector, not a lot of Kano, not a lot of Striker, not a lot of Mataro. Jax was mixed in there, not a lot of Darius, and stuff like that. So when I actually look at these cameos, the issue that I see with cameos is, so we're in here, and this, I just want to show, like in the move list, certain things with cameos, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right now. The cameo system, in my opinion, has failed. My opinion. That's just my opinion when I look at it from an overall perspective. Now, me, I love it. I love the cameo system and stuff like that. Can it be better? Yes. And the reason it can be better is because it can be used by more players. If we go over to the moves for Serena, look, there's no reason for, let's pin these, for this to be this attack and this to be a separate attack. This can be one move. It could just be L2 and back and holding, while this could be just L2 and tapping. And what I'm getting at is there are so many moves, and I'll go over to Scorpion. Over here at Scorpion, you've got fucking three fire breaths in one move. Me personally, I feel like the move should just track where the opponent's at, and it should literally just be a fire breath. And you could squeeze in 2 other moves here. You could work in another move here, say like the Hellblades, which is your overhead. You can put that in your down one or down L1 or whatever you use for your cameo. You could use that to actually use maybe another teleport or another spear for Scorpion. It's not well thought out for casual players, and I feel like a lot of these cameos are underwhelming. There's so much that can be done with the cameo system, and it just seems like there's not a lot of cameos that they're not fully developed or not fully useful. Certain cameos, like Mataro, for instance, Mataro has the move where he does the shield and stuff like that, but he doesn't have anything really. He's got the low that recently got buffed that on block is plus 13 on block, but other than that, the cameos can't really, you select a cameo for one certain reason. There's only a select few cameos in the game that are actually like useful in many different ways. You actually look at certain players' gameplay, and I maybe it's just a Mortal Kombat thing. Certain players are predicated around like one string, one this, one that, and when I think of that, I think of not Scorpion. I think of Raiden with Storm Cell. It's just button, 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 Storm Cell, button, 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 Storm Cell, button, 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 Storm Cell. Johnny Cage is honestly, to me, listen, hold on. Johnny Cage, believe it or not, Johnny Cage and Serena are one of the things that probably turned a lot of people off in this game in the first 10 days. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you. When you have a character that is so far above everyone else, and then not only that, he's so easy to play. Yes, when you have games that are not balanced, it can destroy your game. And I think Johnny Cage, even from the beta, it's sad to say I was annoyed of Johnny Cage before the game even came out. And that's because in the beta, he was very, very good. In the game, he was very, very good. He's still, I believe, he and Kenshi, are the top 2 players in the game. But the gap between he and Kenshi, as far as how easy he is, that is a part of a tier. How easy Johnny is to pick up. If you are a person that has muscle memory and you can remember strings, and you've never played this game before, I guarantee you, if you play for 25 minutes and somebody has played for a full day but they're playing the characters more advanced, I'm guarantee you can put up a fight against anybody with Johnny Cage. Now the microtransactions, I'm not like too deep on it. My sense of it is, yeah, the price of microtransactions is crazy to me. They are very expensive, but I also will say this: if you're going to make it that expensive, just have very good cosmetics. One of my favorite cosmetics in the game is right here. Is the this Liu Kang skin to me was worth me, you know, I had leftover coins or whatever, but it was worth me getting because I thought it was just that good of a skin. Also with the seasonal skins, they are just reskins in just different color palettes and effects on characters and stuff. So it's like at this point I'm not really interested in buying those either. And to be honest with you, it's a very bad time for Mortal Kombat to be taking a dip like this because like I said, Tekken is just coming out. I will be playing Tekken. I will still be playing Mortal Kombat. This is my first time ever being able to play a Tekken game at release, so I'm very excited. I don't know, the game just feels very flat. I do feel like the game is getting a little bit of unnecessary criticism. I will say this before I end the video. I see clips on Twitter or X, whatever the fuck you call it, of people just saying, "Oh, this game sucks, fix the game." All games have their little bugs and stuff like that, and some people just in their minds think certain things should work or certain things shouldn't be the case. And that's just not true. I believe it was somebody that did a Lee May, what is it? I can't remember if it's her back 3/4 string, and she leaps in the air on her second kick, whereas the launcher. And somebody used the Melina kunais or whatever, and on the hit where she jumped in the air, she got hit by the kunais, and somebody was saying, "Oh, fix the game, fix the game." Dude, you're in the air. That strikes airborne opponents. Okay, the hitbox may be a little bit weird. You know, for one person that can say, "Hey, fix the game," another person can say, "Hey, that's something that works in my favor," or somebody can say, "Oh yeah, well this, make sure you don't do this." It's the same thing if you have the Lee May lantern and somebody does a move where they're jumping in the middle of their string, they're gonna get hit. It's how the game works. I've seen people get on block, think that a down 2 is gonna work, and just because of the knockback of a move, even though it may not be safe, your hitbox of a down 2 may not make it because you might have a stubby down 2. That does not mean the game's broken because something that you believe in your head should work for you doesn't mean that's how it's supposed to work. This game is still very, very early on. So there are going to be things that don't work. Just because you feel like you've gotten cheated in a game because you don't know that won't work, don't blame the developers for it. Don't spread hate about the game because you don't know what to do in your situations. That's how I feel about that. I'm tired of seeing Twitter clips. Now, sometimes there is some buggy shit, like the characters not turning around. There are bugs with gameplay, but I believe those, you know, may just be the way the game is played, and we'll have to adjust and stuff like that. And you know, there's always something in every game people don't like. People were like, "Oh, MK11's presentation of their characters, their intros, their theater modes, their intros, outros, all that was beautiful. The gameplay was lackluster, and I wasn't a fan of crushing blows." For me, I didn't get into MKX though because I played it. Trust me, I did. I didn't get into it as much as MK11 because maybe I just wasn't good enough at it. And at that time, I wasn't really good at picking up and learning different characters. And it kind of, MK11, when that came out, I feel like it made me a better player because when I went back to MKX, I was better at MKX. I don't know if that makes any sense, but which is weird because MK11 to me is an easier game than MKX, but I don't know, who knows. Anyways, that's basically my rant about what I believe is wrong with Mortal Kombat. Hopefully I didn't keep you too long. I probably edited a lot of it out and stuff like that. But if you guys enjoyed, like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Hit up all my links in the description. And yeah, love you guys. See ya.